Hello everyone, this video was supposed to be the tuning video for the Tubular Quad version 7, my custom drone frame that uses tubes for arms. However, I shot all the tuning footage only to realize I had some parameters set incorrectly. I was changing some incorrect parameters as I was tuning, and icing on the cake, Betaflight 4.5 dropped right as I finished tuning on Betaflight 4.4. Go figure. So I'm going to reshoot the whole tune to make sure it's a nice and polished video. And until then, we're gonna make some lemons out of lemonade. We're still gonna maiden this thing. I'm still gonna give this a proper rip on the non-optimized tune. And I also have some footage of some setup problems I ran into while trying to get this thing in the air, because as per usual, nothing ever goes smoothly, at least for me, when putting a new build together. So this is just another one of those situations, and I want to share that experience with you guys. So friendly reminder, make sure to check out the kits for the Tubular Quad through CNC Drones. It's a great way to support the channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. I'm going to share all the Betaflight secret settings and the whole PID tuning process. And until then, we're gonna make some lemons. All right, we are finally at the field with the Tubular Quad. We're gonna try to get this thing tuned up, but first we have to make sure that it actually flies. So let's check that out first. All right, gotta make sure the props spin the right way. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna step far back, and if you're flying with a friend, now's a good time to have them stand in front of you. All right, here we go. Oh, it works. All our directions. Oh, that's not good. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this thing dropped out of the air, and that usually means there's some kind of motor short. So I'm gonna try again and try to replicate that, but that's not a good sign. Here we go. Yep. All right, so our back left motor is desyncing. Cool. Can't say this is the first time this has happened, so I'm feeling all the motors, and that back left one's getting hot, so we definitely have some kind of short. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of this quad, when you tuck those motor wires, it's easier to short them out on things. So that combined with how beat up they are, yeah, something's shorting out. So I'll try one more time, but we're gonna get the same result here, back left motor, and then I'm gonna have to fix that. So, oh well. Here we go. Let's see this thing fall out of the sky. Yep. All right. Back to the drawing board, eh? Since we're not having the greatest time out here, I might as well give you a pro tip, maybe an old man tip at this point, which is write down what's wrong with your quad. Just in the notes app, writing down which motor is desyncing, you know, which motor is hot, whatever, so when I go back I don't forget. Always good to write things down. Well, while I've got the camera out, I figured I might as well show you the MIAT. Had this thing for like 4 years now. Stock AF. Let me know in the comments, what should I do next? It's either slam it, look at that monster truck ride height, or a new steering wheel, because look at that wonderful 90s steering wheel. I'd normally be more upset that my quad's not working, but it is beautiful out today and we got the top down, so can't complain too much. But let's get this quad fixed. All right, I've got this thing all torn apart, and I suspected there was some kind of short with the rear left motor, because that is what was desyncing. And I suspected it was like a short to the frame, but I'm getting in the kilo ohm range between the motor wires and the frame, and I'm getting that for all the motors, so I don't think that's the problem. I did notice on the front right motor that I get in like the tens of ohms range, 31 ohms. So much lower, so it seems like there may be some kind of short or grounding issue between the front right motor and the frame. And while doing these measurements, I also remembered that I've had desync problems in the past, and it was actually always some kind of internal short within the motor. So I don't actually think that this rear left motor is shorting to the frame in any way. I think it's just getting old, and with the vibrations over time, like the enamel wears off the windings and the windings start shorting out. So I'm guessing that's the issue. Luckily, past me remembered to order a 5th motor, so I'm going to slap that on the rear left, and then I think I'm also going to check out the front right motor, probably redo the motor wire extensions and make sure nothing is shorting out to the frame. And hopefully between those two things we don't have any more issues. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to film it because I've done enough build filming in the past 2 videos. So I got the front right motor off, and I think I found the source of our unintentional electrical connection with the frame. You can see this wire here, its insulation is all torn up where the screw went through, so that was probably my bad. I probably forced one of the screws in when putting the arms on, and that probably tore this up. So I'm gonna redo these wire extensions, some fresh ones, put this back together, and we should be on our way. And also, of course, replace the rear left motor, which is having a different shorting issue. All right, we are back at the field. Let's see if this thing actually flies this time. All right, seems to be working. All the controls are going the right way. Give it some punch outs here to make sure those motors actually want to behave. Looks good. All right, we may actually be able to tune this thing today. And here I'm giving the quad a mediocre tune. If you're wondering, I accidentally left the dynamic D term on and was changing D max instead of D min. But nonetheless, we're still going to give this thing a proper rip.